In a city of millions, where lives intertwine like threads in a grand tapestry, two souls found each other, not by design, but by the whimsical hand of fate. Or so they thought. Their story wasn't just a romance. It was a collision of secrets, a dance of danger where love and death were partners. It began on a Tuesday, on the 8:15 a.m. train. He was Alex, lost in a book, a faint smile playing on his lips. She was Isabella, her gaze fixed on the rain-streaked window, her thoughts a world away. The train lurched, and she stumbled, her hand finding his shoulder to steady herself. Their eyes met, and in that fleeting moment, a spark ignited. A simple sorry and a shared smile was all it took. Days later, their paths crossed again in a small, tucked-away coffee shop. The aroma of roasted beans hung in the air as they both reached for the last copy of the morning paper. They laughed, and this time they talked. They discovered a shared love for classic literature, for rainy days, and for the quiet corners of their bustling city. It felt like serendipity, a cosmic wink from the universe. Their third chance encounter was at the city's Grand Museum, standing before the same impressionist painting. They spoke for hours, their conversation flowing as effortlessly as the brushstrokes on the canvas. He was charmed by her wit, she by his quiet confidence. By the time they left, they had a dinner date planned for the following evening. Their romance blossomed. They shared late-night talks, long walks in the park, and secrets whispered in the dark. They fell deeply, irrevocably in love. The city that was once a lonely metropolis of millions now felt like their own private world. They were blissfully unaware of the storm brewing on the horizon, a storm that threatened to tear them apart. For both Alex and Isabella were living double lives. They were not just a charming bookworm and a witty art lover. They were two of the world's most elite assassins, known only by their code names, Orion and Lyra. The assignment came on a crisp autumn morning. The target, a high-profile figure who had become a liability to their respective, shadowy organizations. The location, a lavish gala at the very same museum where they had their third date. The payout, enough to retire for good. The catch, there was another assassin on the job, a rival they were instructed to eliminate if necessary. The night of the gala arrived. Alex, looking dashing in a tuxedo, moved through the crowd with practiced ease. Isabella, a vision in a scarlet gown, scanned the room, her eyes sharp and focused. They were both there, in the same room, yet they were worlds apart, each on their own deadly mission. They hadn't told each other about their true professions. It was a part of their past they both wanted to leave behind. As the night wore on, their paths didn't cross. The tension mounted. Alex identified his target on the balcony. He made his move, a silent predator in the glittering jungle of the city's elite. At the same moment, Isabella, having trailed the target for an hour, was also closing in. On the secluded balcony, under the pale moonlight, the moment of truth arrived. As Alex raised his weapon, he saw a flash of scarlet in his periphery. He turned, and his world stopped. There was Isabella, her own weapon aimed at the same target. But that wasn't the most shocking part. In her hand, she held a file, and on the top page was a picture of him. His file, he realized, had a picture of her. They weren't just rivals after the same mark. They were the marks. They were each other's targets. Their eyes met across the balcony, a chasm of disbelief and betrayal between them. The love in their eyes was replaced by the cold, hard glint of a professional killer. Guns were raised, not at the target, but at each other. The city noise faded away, leaving only the frantic beating of their two hearts. Was this all a setup? A cruel game orchestrated by their employers? Seconds stretched into an eternity. Tears welled up in Isabella's eyes, not of fear, but of heartbreak. Alex's hand trembled slightly. He saw not Lyra, the deadly assassin, but Isabella, the woman he loved. He lowered his gun. "I can't," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. Isabella, seeing the raw vulnerability in his eyes, lowered her weapon too. In that moment, they made a choice. They chose each other. They chose love over their loyalty to the shadows. Without a word, they turned and fled, leaving the gala, their target, and their old lives behind. They knew their employers would hunt them down. They would be fugitives, ghosts in their own world. But they had each other. They disappeared into the night, two lovers against the world. They took on new identities, leaving Alex and Isabella, Orion and Lyra, behind. They found a small, quiet town by the sea, a place where no one knew their names or their past. Their life was no longer about contracts and targets, but about sunrises, shared dreams, and the simple bliss of being together. They had found their happily ever after, a love story written in the stars, not in blood. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more romantic thrillers.